Sam Raimi, the director of Spider-Man and the Evil Dead trilogy, returns to horror with a vengeance. This Friday,
A dark spirit has come upon you,
a curse beyond anything you can imagine
and it will come to take you.
Take me where?
will unleash hell on Earth. Drag Me to Hell. Rated PG-13. Starts Friday.
Welcome to the Perfect Movie Podcast, the podcast that would definitely give an old lady a loan extension. I'm Michael.
I'm Kaylin.
And today, we're covering Drag Me to Hell, directed by Sam Raimi. Kaylin, you teased on our previous episode that Drag Me to Hell is one of the worst movies you've ever seen. Now's your time to expand on that thought.
Might have been just a tad bit hyperbolic, but this movie is ridiculous.
Oh, 100% it's ridiculous.
It's not quite Natural Born Killers, but it's definitely like, I mean, this is, if we're talking about Sam Raimi movies, this is the most Sam Raimi movie I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
The plot is absolutely insane, and the characters are wacky, and the horror in this is just plain old silly.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Sam Raimi in full ham mode. In full, like, the man has not really conjured many new ideas since Evil Dead.
Yeah.
He just keeps kind of rearranging the deck on the elements he wants to put into his movies. I mean, Spider-Man is a different swing for him, but...
Oh, that was a good pun.
Yeah. You like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Spider-Man is... But it still follows the template of, like, his camp, his hammy characters.
Yeah.
If anybody had any criticisms of those Spider-Man movies, it's that they bounced off that sort of tone. And I think
that's the best part.
Yeah, and I think it works, and it's an excellent pairing with a character like Spider-Man, especially in the version of Spider-Man that they were making. But results may vary, and I think people love Evil Dead. People love Evil Dead 2 in particular.
This movie is Evil Dead without the gore.
It's PG-13 Evil Dead,
Yeah.
which is a little bit to its detriment.
And I feel like this movie would have did some good to have some more gore.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of hear that, but it's a curse movie.
Sure.
In a way that Evil Dead isn't.
Evil
like,
Dead
there's
is
not
like zombified creatures.
Yeah,
sure.
It's also a curse movie, but it's also literally like the world is coming to life around you, and a lot of this is about how
psychologically
Christine Brown, her main character, played by Alison Lohman, is spiraling psychologically because of these visions that she's having, but nothing really real is really assaulting her, basically until the very end of the movie.
Yeah, maybe I have a feel like I've seen this before. A long time ago. This movie came out in 2009.
Yeah.
I feel like I watched this on TV once.
That would track.
And I don't know. I think it might have scared me when I was little, maybe. But it just like it kind of something came back when I was watching this recently.
It does have, and Evil Dead has this a bit, but it's kind of the escalation of it. It gets so wacky and over the top and grisly that it kind of builds on itself in a different way, where the sort of moment to moment of everything after Alison Lohman gets cursed is that like very Conjuring, very the It series thing, where it's like it builds up to one loud jump scare or one loud moment, and then everything resets, and then we're building to the next one.
Right.
You know, the plot might move along, and then the next scene is another scene that's Alison Lohman alone, and she's going to be scared somehow.
And
something's
the jump
gonna go
scares
wrong.
are just so terrible. I mean, at one point you're getting jump scared by a napkin.
The napkin on the road.
Yeah. What?
It was the performance of a lifetime.
But yeah, we should let's just get into it.
Okay.
Let's get into it. So our first scene follows Bad Bunny as a child, and
It's just a random Hispanic boy. Sure.
This is pre-Super Bowl Bad Bunny.
What is this halftime show for Mexicans? Who's Big Stud Bunny? Doesn't he put the X?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, this little Hispanic boy is cursed or something. He's sweaty. He's really sweaty, and he's like hearing voices, and they bring him into this house and to get better. But then all these crazy shenanigans start happening. Like a kung fu ghost starts punching people. Mm-hmm. And they had like the terrible sound effects. It made me laugh because they were like literally getting like punched by a ghost. And I was like, why did the ghost need to do that?
See, that's where you say it's bad, and I'm like, that's why it's so great.
But I don't think it's great. I don't. I'm sorry. I should say this. I mentioned this to you off record. But I'm not a big fan of campy horror. It doesn't really work for me. For whatever reason, I just don't find that like the slapsticky stuff entertaining. But anyways, that happens, and this ghost is just ridiculous. And so the kid gets eventually dragged down to hell.
She's like the floor breaks apart, and you just kind of see like red hot lava, and then just like sucks him in. And
but I mean, the actual like
around.
dragging to hell thing. I mean, it looks terrible, but it's pretty intense. Like it's like, and the kid is like screaming for his mother.
Yeah.
Like it's pretty gnarly.
Anytime someone's dragged to hell in this movie, it does feel like, oh shit, this got real.
Yeah.
Everything before this was clown shit, and now
it's very mean-spirited. And I think that's like Sam Raimi's thing with like the Deadites and Evil Dead. It's like, it's mean, even though it's ridiculous, but it's just like, it's evil. That's a little kid. Why are you doing that to this child?
Yeah,
like,
you get cast as like the central character of a Sam Raimi movie, and he's like, how many bugs can I throw on your face?
Yeah.
He's like, how much blood can I pour on your head?
A lot of splooging in this movie with our main actress. A lot of stuff gets thrown in her face, put in her mouth.
Our star, Alison Lohman, who I mostly know from the show Seventh Heaven.
Okay, I was going to say she looked like a TV actress.
She's one of the kids in Seventh Heaven, which is a show I just kind of barely remember, but I know my family watched.
Okay.
Before they cast Alison Lohman, there was another star that was supposed to be in this place, and I think it's a real sign of the times. Elliot Page was going to be that character, and I think if you see that person in that role, I think it would have been a different movie.
It would have just been Juno being like, oh, well, that happened.
Yeah. Oh my God, a goat, and it's talking.
That's kind of like crazy.
Like, I'm kind of glad that didn't happen, because I think Alison Lohman actually is doing exactly what is asked of her.
She's hamming it up. She's definitely like giving it her all.
She's really good. She gets put through a lot, just with like random liquids and bugs and all kinds of shit being thrown on her.
She has some great lines too.
Yeah.
Her reactions to things and stuff, like in the parking garage scene, is an all-timer.
Oh yeah.
When she like locks the lady outside, she's like, "Ha ha, I got you, bitch!" Like, I was like, "What the fuck am I watching?"
Yeah. Some of the little lines. I mean, her famous one is when she's digging up the old Romanian lady's body to give her locket back, and she just throws it in her mouth and says, "Choke on it, bitch!"
was telling you, she needs to go into the final girl horror pantheon next to Ellen Ripley.
She's really good. Like, I'm kind of shocked Drag Me to Hell. It wasn't super successful.
It has a 93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's well reviewed. It wasn't super successful. I think a lot of people are like you, and you're like, this is fucking stupid. I don't enjoy this. But yeah, if there had been more Drag Me to Hells, I think she could have been up there. Like, it's a great role for her, and she does really well with just, I mean, there's a few more serious curse movies out there, but I love just the escalation of the little bits as she's slowly losing her mind. The garage being maybe the best part.
Her boyfriend,
Justin Long.
Yeah, I hate that guy. He's the worst.
I think they're kind of playing him against type because I think you're supposed to, just based on it being him, think like there's probably something up with this guy.
Yeah, because he's just a little sleazeball.
Yeah. I love that at every moment his mother, but no, he's just like this beaten down mama's boy, and at every moment his mother is like, why can't you find a lady of some standing?
Yeah. You know, that last girl you had in here, she was crazy. You need to leave that girl alone. She's sick or whatever.
Sam Raimi loves a stuffy rich person.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I don't really like Justin Long. He's whatever. What is he famous for? He kind of just like looks like Jimmy Fallon to me, and I just hate his face. Like,
he's in, I think, a lot of like 2000s sort of those like kind of sex teen
Jeepers
comedies.
Creepers. That's like the big horror one he's a part. The first Jeepers Creepers. Luckily, he dies in that one. He's in Idiocracy too.
He's in Tusk.
Oh, God.
The movie where he gets turned into a walrus.
The most pretentious crap.
And then
Alvin and the Chipmunks. That's another one.
Yeah, and he's kind of having a little revival, I think, because he popped up in Barbarian. Everyone loved his little cameo in Barbarian, which leaned on him just being a pretentious, like a real douche. Like a real, not pretentious, just a bad guy.
Yeah. I don't know. Something about his face. Something rubs me the wrong way. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm not a huge fan of him, but he's also not super key to the movie.
No, but I just was annoyed by him.
He's almost like a gender flipped horror cliche where like normally it's like the girlfriend that's underwritten is just kind of off screen randomly.
Yeah.
It watches it and he's just kind of like the
he has a great reaction when she gets inevitably, spoiler alert, the title of the movie.
Yeah, she gets dragged to hell at the end.
He has a great reaction to that. He's like, fuck! Yeah! No! What?
It's too bad because look what I found. I found this in the car. I thought maybe you could sew back on. And I think you might have my standing Liberty order because the envelope's kind of look the same. Chris, what's wrong?
Oh my God!
Hey! Hey! Oh God! Hey, no! Hey! Oh, God, no! Hey, no!
I just held up a button.
I didn't mention when you mentioned the garage attack, that part of the garage attack is toothless face sucking.
Yeah, that was disgusting.
The old lady gets the dentures kicked out of her mouth, and then she falls over on top of her and has her whole mouth sucking on Alison Lohman's chin.
And then she puts like the teeth back in and she's like, I was like, what the fuck? That old lady almost made me throw up a couple times. That she does some really nasty shit in this movie. I will say the most ridiculous scene is the inevitable, like when she gets the curse. Mm-hmm. Because what did you say? She was getting a loan, or she was trying to get a loan or something?
Yeah. And
the whole reason she cursed this girl is because she made people look at her.
Well,
she shamed me. You shamed me. And it was like literally just people just turned around at you because you were freaking the fuck out on the ground begging. Anyway, she looked, outdated. Like she looked like an old timey person.
It's definitely played up.
It was ridiculous.
It's like Alison Lohman feels a little less bad about denying her loan, which she does because she's hoping for this promotion. She wants the corner office. That it's like, well, this lady is kind of gross. Like, it's unspoken, but she's kind of like, while she's making the decision, she looks back at her desk, and this lady's like hawking some disgusting yellow liquid into her handkerchief, and she's like, yeah, okay, maybe I won't grant this lady a fourth loan extension.
She also
on her.
like is taking her teeth out and eating candy or whatever. It's disgusting.
So it's kind of playing up the kind of an old trope. A retired trope of like the disgusting old lady.
Yeah. I just thought it was ridiculous, like the circumstance that led to a person being cursed. I was like, that's not necessary.
Yeah, and I kind of enjoy that thematically that it's this kind of like small, she's being over punished for like what was
something so minute.
A pretty common transgression, which is like doing something maybe a little morally gray to get yourself a promotion, to climb up the ladder.
And then also you think of like, okay, how many other people has this lady done this to? Because it's like, if this is the smallest thing to happen to you that's like negative, do you just do this to everybody?
Yeah.
It's funny if you think about it.
But then her curse kind of escalates, and one of the best scenes is when she comes in the office and her nose just starts geysering blood out of it.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
And her boss is like talking to her at the time, and as Christine's running out, you can hear him go like, hey, did I get any of it in my mouth?
That guy cracked me up because he just seemed like a nice boss.
David Paymer.
He luckily, I thought they were going to go the route where he was going to be try to like be a creeper on her, you know, because he kind of had that creeper face, and he was always like, "Yeah, I'm going to give you a promotion." And I thought that's where they were going to go with that character, but he was just a nice guy that got blood on him.
No, yeah, he's just kind of a tired J. Jonah Jameson.
I need pictures of Spider-Man.
I need that loan on my desk. Stat.
You'll get that promotion.
Another great escalation of Allison's curse is when she goes to try to fix things with Mrs. Ganush and finds out that she's dead, and her like granddaughter answers the door, and then she walks into her funeral and crashes into the body, and the body like falls on her, and then like once again vomits embalming fluid like into her mouth. There's more like mouth to chin.
Wasn't it? It was contact. Like bugs though, wasn't it? When she threw up on her, it was bugs, right? It was like maggots and stuff.
I think that might have been one of the like nightmare scenes.
Oh yeah, see, it just happens so much in this movie.
But this is in real life. I think it's just supposed to be embalming fluid because it's like her actual.
That's disgusting.
Body.
That's fucking nasty. Yeah, the goat was pretty funny. This movie has a lot going on.
Can we shout out Dilip Rao, who is the
who's that sound?
He's the medium. He's like the guy that the palm reader or whatever that she goes for help.
Oh, and they have like the really racist music in the background.
Yeah. But this guy, he's been like kidnapped by James Cameron to be like star as a scientist in all the Avatar movies. And
yeah, that's where he's from. Yeah.
Otherwise you know him as the guy that drives the van in Inception.
Yeah, van guy. That was wow.
I think a guy that crashes a plane in Tenet, although that must be uncredited because I don't see him on the list.
He went from Sam Raimi to Chris Nolan. It's pretty nuts.
Only working with the best. But I think he's a fun character. It's kind of Justin Long meets him and he's like, this guy's going to rip you off. All this stuff is BS. And turns out he kind of knows what he's talking about. He's really doing his best to help him, but you keep questioning it because like the second time she comes back, she's like, all right, I can help you, but I need $10,000.
Very realistic. Yeah, I think the cast definitely like they're hamming it up. They're having fun. I appreciate it from that aspect. The lady who plays Baba Ganoush or
Mrs. Ganoush,
she definitely gives it her all. She is fucking our main character up the entire movie. So it was pretty fun. That was pretty fun to see. Shall we move on to It's an Art?
We'll move to It's an Art, bro, where we talk about aspects of the filmmaking process, like camera work, effects.
What's this?
It's an art project.
Okay, I like it. Picasso. Yeah, that way.
Okay, so it should be said that this movie had a budget of $30 million. This had a larger budget than The Mist.
Correct.
It looks terrible. Yes, it does. This movie looks awful.
In like what? What do you mean? How?
It's so oversaturated.
It is very cooked and
I'm thinking, especially the garage scene looks disgusting, like in a bad way. It's very like it's definitely very blue screen, green screen, like the darkness and stuff. It just has this ugly filter over it in the garage to make it look more creepy.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't like it. It looks like what they do in like the Conjuring movies to make a house look spooky, where it's like, let's just put a filter over it.
Yeah.
Instead of actually filming on location somewhere. I don't know. I had issues with it.
I mean, it's not like stand out. It's not like an every frame's a painting type, certainly.
No.
But I think it's like well shot. It has that Sam Raimi moving camera and so much of the
it has the colors
scenes.
of like Spider-Man though.
Yeah, and it's
which
very
is weird.
I like that it's so like bright and blown out during the day scenes and sort of the like when Alison Lohman's like out in the world with everyone. Yeah. It really kind of puts it at odds. It's like when she's home alone and it just seems like the devil's at the door all the time.
Yeah.
But no, it's definitely dressed and shot in a very bright and like warm way. Almost entirely through, which is kind of at odds with the themes, but I think is, I don't know. If it doesn't look amazing, it's definitely comforting in this. A lot of movies looked like that in like the late 2000s, early 2010s. Yeah. Like if you weren't, it's just weird because it's not shot like a horror movie of that time. Yeah. It's shot like it's a like family comedy of the time.
Which is so bizarre.
Yeah.
I just like, I don't know. There was one shot that I really liked. And it happens very quickly, but it's at the end when she does get dragged to hell and it cuts to the other guy's face. And, you know, he's just like shocked at what's going on. And you can see the reflection in his eyes. And then it's got this like really bright, like vibrant orange or whatever. And I thought though, and it's like his hair was like waving and stuff because it was like a lot of wind. It just looked interesting. And I was like, wow, this is like kind of a compelling shot if it was in a better movie.
Well, all the wind's going by because in that sequence, what happens is she falls on the train tracks because she's so shocked. The whole thing is she has the cursed object, the ring or the amulet or whatever it was, the coin, I think, or button. It was a button off her jacket because it gets mixed up with. We find out that Justin Long is a coin collection, and she gives him like a rare quarter, and then all the envelopes fall on the floor in the scene, and they get swapped. So Justin Long gives her the button back, and since she has the button back, she's cursed again. Yeah. And so she's backing up. She falls onto the train tracks, and then so you're like, oh shit, the train's about to atomize her, and then the ground opens up, and she gets dragged to hell as the train
the train goes over, and you can still see her getting dragged down. Her face like melts off. Mm-hmm. It's pretty nuts.
This is definitely a movie that goes in I kind of feel the same way, although I enjoy so much at the beginning of this movie. I enjoy this movie more than I enjoy The Mist, actually.
Wow.
But it's just, I think it's just our difference in taste because I just think I enjoy I enjoy the campiness. I enjoy that it's a silly horror movie, and I don't actually really have to feel intensely. Like, it doesn't heighten my senses really at any point other than a couple times where I'm like, I forget where the jump scare is that happens here.
I'm more of like a I like the subtle horror kind of thing where I like the horror of the characters as opposed to like the spooky ghost kind of thing.
Yeah, and I just kind of enjoy the escalating set pieces of her as her scares get more and more intense, and it kind of all comes to a head at their big seance scene where the Mexican woman from the beginning of the movie that tried to help the little boy is here to fight the demon again, and they're like, well, first we need to draw the the spirit into an animal, and then we'll kill the animal. So there's this goat there, and then like first the demon goes, I think, into Alison Lohman, and they're like, put your hand on the goat, and then they like chop the head off the goat after the goat's like, oh bitch, I'm gonna get you. It turns out the spirit escapes into like this random fourth guy that's only there to get possessed, and he does a little dance floating in the air and starts a fire. It's really it's clown shit. It's ridiculous. It's Three Stooges shit for sure.
Yeah.
It really just kind of depends how far your tolerance for like live action Looney Tunes type humor.
And I mean that tracks with you because you like that Beavers movie.
Thousands of Beavers is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't hate it by any means. I think there's a time and place for this kind of stuff. I think this would be a good one to put on with like a group of people.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, there's the fist throwing, anvil dropping, eyeball popping hallucination scene. You can't watch that and be like, well, I can't take this seriously.
But then it's like, for me, too, it's like the better version of this movie is like Evil Dead Rise. I love that movie. And it's like, it plays into the ridiculousness, but also like it keeps the horror, which is like shocking and vile and mean.
Yeah.
And it's like really calls back to Sam Raimi, obviously. But I'm saying I think that like works because it's not completely goofy and stupid. I think it's like if you're going to market this as a horror film, you need to have horror. None of the comedy worked for me. None of that too. But none of the horror worked for me in this.
This one is like, in the Sam Raimi scale, it's like even goofier than Evil Dead 2, which is already pretty goofy.
Yeah.
And not quite to Army of Darkness, where it's like just totally a joke, but it's pretty close to Army of Darkness. So that would, if you watched either of those movies, that'll kind of give you, if you're on that spectrum and you enjoy that,
then you'd probably like
plug
this
in.
movie. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's really all I had for It's an Art. I think we kind of talked about some Let the Hate Flow Through stuff. Let's move on to, hey, what are you trying to say?
Take it away whenever you're ready.
All right, let me just get that last measurement on your
Thank you. You know, I need this for the wedding.
Okay, well,
I need it really quickly. Like
it could take about a week to do.
It could take a week?
Mm-hmm.
So, what are you trying to say? He's trying to say that I'm so big, my bum is so big, you need to order to various countries far away to get enough material to make a pair of pants so I can fit my incredibly obese buttocks into a pair of your specially made little suit.
No, I mean I'm the only one working here this week.
Oh, okay.
This is where we talk about the ideas and the themes.
The moral of this story is give a lady alone, an old lady alone. Just give it to her.
Yeah, the violation is kind of, I think, her momentary sort of greed or self-centeredness in the decision to deny the loan because she wants the promotion. And also, I think there's kind of a deeper read where, well, this is not a thing I've really considered, but I know this is a thing people talk about with this movie. The fact that there are constantly things like going into her mouth, and also this character, when she's like down bad, she's like eating ice cream out of the bucket or like eating bunches of pieces of pie.
Gluttony.
Is like, yeah, and they mention that she like used to be big. That this is some sort of metaphor for like bulimia or like having an eating disorder.
Yeah.
I don't really buy into any of that. I'm sure there's some valid thoughts out there. But I think the thing she's being punished for is sort of her hypocrisy, that she like wants to tell this story that I'm a good person. And like she crosses the line the one time and she tries to put the toothpaste back in the tube. But then when that doesn't work because Miss Ganesh already died, the way she spirals so quickly, like the next thing she does is murder a cat because she thought that could end her curse. And like she's immediately willing to sell people up and animals up Schitt's Creek. Later in the movie, she's looking around the diner for somebody to give the button to curse because she needs to get rid of it. And she like calls her coworker that she doesn't like and is pretty sexist to her in the movie and is also vying for the promotion, and she calls him to curse him and then eventually gives up because he just shows up so pathetic that she has a little touch of sympathy for him.
Sure.
But like it's the way she descends into like she wants to tell the story that she's a good person, but she's very quick to turn as soon as the going gets tough. Kind of like The Mist, but just for one person.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like it didn't take much. I guess it did because it took a whole like curse where you're going to get dragged to hell. But you didn't know that when it started.
Right.
It didn't take much for you to suddenly just tumble down this path where you become this unrecognizable version of yourself.
Sure. And also, Wiki talks about Drag Me to Hell has been noted for its relevance to the subprime mortgage crisis.
Yeah, I mean,
the Great Recession.
It came out in 2009 and was the big crashes in 2007. So yeah, it's definitely in the wake of that. Like Mrs. Ganush is a stand-in for many people that were, you know, suddenly underwater on their loans and at risk of losing their house.
And then it says, Sam Raimi, there's a quote, "We just wanted to tell the story of a person who wants to be a good person, but who makes a sinful choice out of greed for their own benefit and pays the price for it." So that literally sums up everything. And then it also mentions the fan theory about the eating disorder. So yeah, all interesting stuff. You can kind of take it how you will, I guess. Or you could just watch it as a goofy ass horror movie.
Yeah. I don't think it's a movie that you're meant to be like taking notes.
It's like, damn, man, that
Whoa.
really
Interesting.
When she said choke on this bitch, it just really spoke to me.
This is a movie that holds a mirror up to society.
It says that we're the bad guys. Let's move on to Let the Hate Flow Through.
This is where we're going to air out our annoyances and our complaints.
I feel like I griped enough about this movie, so I'll let you kind of lead this one.
Good. Use your aggressive feelings, boy. Let the hate flow through you.
Well, that's going to be tough because I am just so in tune with how stupid this movie is that it's hard for me to really be like,
yeah,
that's a problem. There's a couple of really terrible effects that I think are done at the sort of master to wait. It's done, so it's a PG-13 movie.
Yeah. And I think too, like, kind of shitting on this movie is like the same as like shitting on like what we talk about Twilight.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no reason to. We all know it's bad,
right?
Kind of thing.
Like nobody's telling you this is Godfather Part 2.
No.
It's either you love it because it's stupid or you hate it because it's stupid.
I was just kind of shocked because this is my first time watching it. You know what I mean?
didn't prep you at all for like what type of movie it was.
Or I had seen this before and it just like brought all this stuff back kind of thing.
I mean, the poster conjures a much darker movie than it is.
It does.
You look at the poster, which is just like Alison Lohman screaming on fire with the title "Drag Me to Hell."
And this poster actually reminds me of like going into Blockbuster as a kid and like seeing a poster that looks like this and being like, I'm scared.
Like that's going to be a really scary one.
Yeah, like I'm going to have nightmares just looking at this poster kind of thing.
But like you turn it on and it's really stupid.
Yeah.
It's really stupid and it's lit like an episode of Seventh Heaven.
I remember the kids on the bus when I would ride on the bus, and they would tell me about like, because this one kid, he would just watch horror movies. That was his thing. I guess his parents didn't really care. But he would tell me about, I watched Chucky. I watched Child's Play. And he was just telling me how fucking freaky this movie was. And he was basically describing it like it was Hereditary or something.
Yeah.
And I remember like being freaked out just by the mere thought of Chucky, a haunted doll. And then when I got older and I watched it, I was like, this is the goofiest shit I've ever
This is really
seen.
funny, actually.
It's just funny how kids' minds work.
Child's Play also starring a Seventh Heaven star. The mom is also the mom in Seventh Heaven.
See, I did that on purpose.
Connections.
I did that on purpose.
Connections.
I do really love Sam Raimi, though. I think Sam Raimi has offered a lot to cinema, and I think his style is definitely one that's been like copied by people, and it's very recognizable too. Like you watch one of his movies and you immediately know this is Sam Raimi. Especially with just like the over the topness of the characters.
Speaking of over the top, one thing I didn't mention during It's an Art is the soundtrack. Like the main score and the main theme of this movie is really like intense and great. Like it's fun. I thought it was a Danny Elfman soundtrack. It is not. It's someone else, but it kind of feels the same way.
Christopher Young.
It's a great soundtrack, I think. It really fits the tone and the sort of the Spider-Man, like, or sorry, not Spider-Man, Sam Raimi. Like, I hear the music and I can imagine the camera swooping around the room, you know?
Yeah,
like, and that's just kind of how Sam Raimi shoots almost everything he's ever done. And it is a signature, and you're right. When you put it on, you can kind of just, you're like, oh, yeah, it's one of those.
Yeah, and you know you're in good hands, kind of.
Kind of.
Can't say the same about Multiverse of Madness. I fucking hate that movie.
I've only seen it the one time, but I liked it. But again, it's goofy.
Yeah, it's really goofy. Remember the scene where like Scarlet Witch got punched and she was like, that's great. Yeah, let's move on to our final question. Is this a perfect movie?
You lost a baby brother. Perfect in every way.
I had a baby brother. I had a little baby brother. And he was perfect. Perfect in every way.
No, it's not. So
I was waiting for you to say yes.
You don't have to fight about it. I wasn't going to put it on the list
at
any rate. I think it's a really fun, like, 3 out of 5 star movie is what I would call it.
Yeah.
It's definitely like, it can be a great, like, training wheels horror. Like, if you're not willing to go so deep into the, like, grimness of Evil Dead Rise and gore, or, like, you know, it's a good, like, kind of stepping stone as you work your way up into, like, darker and truly intense horror.
Yeah. I totally agree. I think this is, like, a very much, like, a Halloween party movie.
Mm-hmm. It's a movie that I think could have like a Scream 2 style watch along, like the opening of Scream 2, where people are just like, it's the scene where Miss Ganoush sucks on her face. Choke on it, bitch, they all say in unison.
Now that you said Scream, now I'm like, wow, that's a good movie.
Scream's a good movie. I just rewatched Scream 2. So
I want to watch Scream.
It's just really
Halloween season.
I'm sure Will Smith watches that movie a lot.
What are your go-to? Okay, so it's not on the list. That's okay. I want to ask, since it is getting closer to the Halloween season and we're doing horror, what are your go-to Halloween movies?
At some point this month, I'm going to watch Trick or Treat, which is not a new movie, but a new addition to my favorites.
Okay.
A Scream of like the first 4, or as many as you can watch of the first 4, whatever you want to watch.
Okay.
I kind of like them all. The original Scream's the best. Obviously, if you haven't seen it, we'll start there, but I love the Scream series in general. I'm probably going to watch at least one of the Halloween reboots.
Yes.
Halloween Kills or Halloween Ends. I don't know. What do you have for
Halloween 2018?
Okay.
Halloween Kills. Bram Stoker's Dracula.
That's a good one.
The Thing. Scream. And I usually try to watch Midnight Mass at least once a year.
That's a lot to watch for...
It is, but it's the best during Halloween.
It's true.
I really love vampire stuff.
You know what we talked about having a great feel? Not that it was the most memorable movie we'd ever watched, but Cobweb.
Yeah, that's a great Halloween movie.
Was very Halloween coded with all like the dead pumpkins in the back and everything there. So I think that would be a good shout.
Oh,
it was an underseen gem.
I watched Black Phone.
Did you like it?
I did.
It's good, isn't it?
Like it's a fun movie, and Ethan Hawke is great.
I don't understand what they're doing with Black Phone 2. Like based on the ending of
they're
that
going full Nightmare on Elm Street. It kind of seems.
Yeah, but I don't know.
I don't like that.
It seemed like a movie, like one was good enough.
A one-off, yeah.
Because I love how that movie wraps up.
They're trying to make him a horror icon.
Mm-hmm.
Because he got a skin in Fortnite,
That's
which
so
is
crazy.
insane.
Because he's a child kidnapper. Yeah, that's
insane. No, but I like the movie. I really like the kid actors.
Mm-hmm.
They were really good. At least the boy was really good. The sister cracked me up. She's like, "What the fuck, Jesus?"
When she's like yelling at her little nativity.
She was kind of hilarious. That little girl was going 0 to 100.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus, what the fuck? I mean, what the fuck? I ask you for help when you give me these clues that don't mean anything. And now this morning I wake up without any dream at all? Seriously, what the hell is wrong with you?
I thought the whole ghost thing was kind of goofy. Like, especially like the kid. That he was like a bully or something. He was like a real 80s bully.
Yeah.
And he was just like, yeah, fuck. Like kicking stuff. It was goofy as shit.
It's a story written by Stephen King's son.
Oh, that tracks.
So
that
it's
really tracks.
Very Stephen King coded.
I was going to say it felt like it for a little bit.
Yeah, because like before the grabber grabs our main character, it's like 40 minutes of kids just beating the fuck out of each other.
Yeah, and being super violent.
And like domestic abuse. That's like the first half of the movie.
That scene made me very uncomfortable when he was whooping his daughter.
Yeah.
And she was like screaming. I was like, wow, this is like... Props to her for pulling that off, too.
And it's interesting to me because I think between the child kidnapping and the domestic abuse plotline, it can feel like it could have been a really exploitative and like bad feeling movie, like a movie that you're like watching it and you're like, this is just why are we doing this? But it really seals the deal on it by the end, I think, and makes it a worthwhile experience.
I expected the dad to get punished somehow at the end. And I kind of felt like I kind of liked the... I don't know. When he came at the end, he was just like hugging them, and they just gave him no reaction.
Right.
And I liked that. I was like, that's very like a subtle way. Like there was no big argument or anything where the kid is like, "Fuck you, Dad." Like, no, it's just like I'm turning my back to you, kind of thing. I like that, but I also thought too that maybe this would have been too cliche, but I felt like the boy should have died. I felt like him coming out of the house at the end should have been her psychic ability to see ghosts.
I mean, that would have been cool.
But because it's like, not only did she save her brother, like by letting his spirit go, like she also found the house that had all these other trapped souls. And so I felt like that would be a very Stephen King-esque kind of thing to do too, where it's like, it's not just about her brother, it's about like releasing all these other trapped souls too.
Yeah, that's true.
I thought that would like be more in service for this character if they would have highlighted her more, because she is the psychic, you know what I mean? But it also is alluding, I mean, obviously the brother has some kind of thing too, because he's speaking to these spirits.
Yeah, they kind of both have the Shining a little bit, or at least the sister has the Shining and the boy can like see the spirits in that room because there's something like it's so powerful
he's
in that
talking
room.
to them too, yeah. So, but then also the killer has the Shining too, or something, right? Because he can hear the phone too.
Well, I thought he says, and I haven't watched this movie since last year.
Because one of the ghosts said, well, he can hear us too, or something. And that's why at the end he puts the phone up to the killer as he's choking him out to hear the kids talking to him. Like,
yeah, but I think
like, yeah, we got you, bitch.
I think that's true, but he also like doesn't want to get on the phone. Like he said,
right,
I think he says something like
scares him.
He says something like it rings, but nobody's there, or something like that.
Yeah. Also, sorry, at the end when he brought the dog downstairs, I was like, this is so dark. Like him, like he was like, yeah, I'm gonna take my time with you. I'm gonna have my dog fucking devour you. Like that's insane. And then now he's got a Fortnite skin. That's insane to me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's strictly because he's like an iconic mask.
I guess so, and the mask changes and stuff, and that's like part of the skin.
I mean, I love the portrayal by Ethan Hawke is great.
Oh,
like,
he's a stellar performance.
I love the scenes where he's like, I think I'm gonna get you a soda. Like,
yeah,
just the
really
way
creepy.
he like starts off as friendly.
Where he's just like, I just wanted to look at you.
Yeah.
Or fucking. He sounded like Joaquin Phoenix sometimes, the way he talked.
Yeah. I mean, I love the ending of that movie. I love how it builds that the ghosts do save the brother, and it's like what he takes as the haunting. He soon figures out there's like these messages and hints on like how they can kind of all work together so he can survive.
Yeah. It was also too much though, like too much of like the ghosts telling him what to do. Where it's like, oh yeah, I left something over here. Can you go pull that up? The cord. It's like, and I needed more of the boy trying to figure it out. Like maybe have the ghosts, it's a little bit more figurative, and they're just like kind of like, oh, I'm lost, and
yeah,
there might be some way. And the kid is like using his brain power to figure it out, put the pieces together. I felt like that would have been a little bit more coherent. But
at the ending, when they're being embraced by the father, it's really like an out the frying pan into the fire.
Yeah.
For the boy. Like it's
right.
almost, it is kind of like the end of the mist. It's a worst thing. It's almost worse that he survived.
You're back into the hands of another predator.
Yeah, you're here with this abuser, back again, home sweet home. You know,
that's very fucking bleak if you think about it. Like,
yeah, and yeah, it's just a really well crafted, well acted, and well balanced movie. Because I think with the themes that are at play there, it could feel really gross and exploitative.
Yeah.
And I think that was the thing you kind of voiced when you first saw just like the trailers and knew about the movie.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think it's impressive that it balances it, which makes it all the more strange than now they're doing like
the sequel
where the grabber's coming from the grave and
yeah, and it almost like. Yeah, that undercuts everything, really. And then also too, well, I just want to say I really liked the look of the movie too. I really loved this shot of it was like the tough kid who beat up the bully. Mm-hmm. He was like when he gets snatched or grabbed, he was like walking into this like parking lot, and then the grabber comes out and it's just his silhouette, and then you see his cape kind of flying. Mm-hmm. That was a really great shot. But yeah, I was pretty impressed by the movie, actually. I was, I don't know why I put it off for so long. I have a weird thing with like kids getting hurt. I don't really like, I don't want to see that, you know, or even have it alluded to. So yeah, it kind of bothers me. But anyways, that's my small review.
You know who it wouldn't bother? Bleep.
Does it rhyme with Smepstein?
No, it would have rhymed with Matt Burke.
Okay.
But that's our mini review of...
I was going to say Talk to Me. Wow.
Talk to Me on the phone. The black phone.
The black phone.
Just a few other Halloween faves. I was scrolling and thinking... Sinners may become a new one. Sinners and Weapons. We're going to cover them.
Yeah, Weapons is like...
Weapons may become one of those.
Weapons is going to be... I think Weapons and Sinners, they're going to be modern classics.
One I kind of just want to shout out. It's not an amazing movie. It's called the WNUF Halloween Special.
Yeah.
It's on AMC, and it's made like it's a taped TV hour. So like half the movie is these ads that play in between the segments, but it's just like a news broadcast. It's like, we're going to commune with the ghosts here on Halloween night in this local haunted house. And it's not an amazing movie, but it is kind of perfect.
It's actually kind of like not interview. It's Late Night with the Devil.
Was definitely a big...
That was an inspiration.
Big inspiration. And it is just perfect, especially if you're like a 90s kid at all.
Right.
If you've ever watched a tube television playing broadcast TV.
Yeah.
It hits you right in the feels. So that's just something I watched semi-recently that I think might become a Halloween treat.
I would also say any of Robert Eggers' movies. I love to watch The Lighthouse around this time. It's not necessarily a horror movie, but it's got a great vibe to it. I might even throw Nosferatu in this year. I actually bought that movie recently, so it's an excuse for me to bust that out. Also has a great look. The Witch is probably, like I said, another modern classic.
If you want something short and on Netflix, Creep and Creep 2 are both like under an hour and 20 minutes, and they're these found footage The first one plays it pretty straight, and the second one kind of gets meta about it. Thing where there's this serial killer that like hires videographers and like shows them a day and then murders them at the end of the day. They're just a lot of fun and they're really easy to watch. So shout out to the Creep movies.
I feel like I'm missing something. You know what you should watch? It's called 1408. It's with Sam Jackson and John Cusack.
Is that like a Bates Motel or not the Shining Hotel movie?
Kind of. It's really okay. It's actually, I feel like it's going to hit you the same way that Drag Me to Hell did. It's like really ridiculous. And it's got a great premise, though. It's like this guy, he's like this journalist who like goes to all the haunted places in America, and he like hears about this hotel where it's like nobody's able to stay a night in this one room, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna prove everybody wrong. He's like this, he's another pragmatist kind of guy. And then Sam Jackson is like the concierge or whatever. It's interesting, and it's got a great premise, and I think there's some like one compelling scene that I really like in it. But I recommend you watch it. 1408. It's not a great movie by any means.
Sick of all these Monday to Friday ghosts in this monkey fighting hotel.
Anyways, I think that's about it.
One of my favorite horror movies to watch during this time of year is scrolling my social media feed.
Oh, no, actually, though.
But we're not going to get political.
I have one more.
Okay.
The Babadook. Have you ever seen The Babadook before?
Not in a long time.
I watched that recently, and I was like, God damn, this movie is intense. Super fantastic performance by Essie Davis. She's an amazing actress. And the son, his name is Noah Wiseman, and he was like a little kid in this, and he was super stellar performance by him too. It's a very dark movie. And it's a very icky feeling too, but it's another good one.
Not that it's in my constant rotation, but I'm thinking I might watch like The Sixth Sense.
Yeah.
Soon.
Yeah.
That feels like a good fall blustery Halloween movie.
I just watched a fucking M. Night Shyamalan movie. Old.
Oh.
That movie fucking sucks.
It's so terrible, but it's kind of entertaining. I don't know.
It is up until they're like, oh, we need to go into the coral.
Yeah. And then M. Night explains the plot to you at the end.
I hated his stupid fucking face when they're like getting shuttled to the beach.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm just the driver, but I'm also the director.
Yeah.
Like,
the only thing.
Fuck you, dude.
I mostly have erased almost everything from that movie from my brain, except Aaron Pierre's name being Midsize Sedan.
Yeah.
And he's a rapper. And the little girl suddenly being pregnant. And that one lady with the bone problem when she gets all mashed up in the cave.
Yeah, that was fucked up.
That's pretty terrifying.
And then you got Hereditary guy coming back, the son.
Oh, yes.
The main actress, though, the mom, she's terrible. She was god-awful. I think it was an interesting premise. Yeah, M. Night Shyamalan is just so up his own ass, though.
His movies, I think, like Trap had the perfect premise for how hammy
Trap
it is.
is fun. Trap is a fun
Old
movie.
never really got fun for me in the way that Trap was. But I'm willing to check it out. Love a guy that just hangs out in his hometown and makes a movie.
But he made The Sixth Sense and Unbreakable.
Yeah.
He's the greatest director of all time.
He's the new Steven Spielberg.
Steven Spielberg. All right.
M. Night Shyamalan is no Steven Spielberg.
He's no Steven Spielberg. He's a lot more Indian. Why does my Cat Williams sounds just like Joker? I just always go back to Joker. I think because that's my best impression.
Quentin Tarantino is a foot fetishist.
And
a fiend.
Made Pulp Fiction and Django Unchained.
I gotta ask you, this is something that I just thought about right now. Yeah. Now, one of the problems that people are saying is that he made a movie about slavery, right? And a lot of people were upset about that. Now, Steven Spielberg made a movie about slavery with Amistad.
Quentin Tarantino is no Steven Spielberg. Steven Spielberg doesn't want to be black. Quentin Tarantino thinks he is.